And he goes, oh, that's all right. I knew it was going to happen. And I was like, cool. Dude, did you know you can subscribe to onlywrestlers.com and keep in touch with your favorite wrestlers? The party never has to end.
One of a Kind with Rob Van Dam is recorded in front of a live studio audience.
Here we go. Let's see. All right, here's a super chat here. Ricky Jordan, thanks for the $5. What does Rob think about Stone Cold at WrestleMania, and does he have any cool Stone Cold stories? Yeah. Did you catch any clips of Stone Cold at Mania at all?
I know that he hit the lady, that he hit the barricade and the lady took a bump.
She took a bad bump. That was the worst bump I've ever seen.
Delayed bump.
Very delayed bump.
Yeah, seen that a lot. Seen that footage a lot. And actually, that's all I've seen of Stone Cold, I think.
Okay. So he just when he went out there, he announced the attendance. So he just
attendance?
The attendance for WrestleMania that night. And then
what'd they say, 41,000?
I think it was like 60-something thousand. So in total for both nights, it was 124,000 something.
Nice.
For the whole weekend. But he was all over the grid. Like, he got inducted into the Hall of Fame again with the match with Bret Hart, the WrestleMania match. And then he was also he was part of the what you were at too with WWE World. He did like a talk show on there, and it was cool. He told some great stories there. It was neat to see Stone Cold throughout that whole week because he was very much Steve Austin. But then during that Hall of Fame on WrestleMania Saturday night, he went out there with Bret Hart, and he was like in full character mode, like Stone Cold, like not stone-faced, just badass kind of mode. And I thought maybe he was going to get involved in the main event with John Cena and stuff like that because he was kind of getting in that mode, but it ended up not happening in the whole four-wheeler thing. But yeah, so it was neat to he had a good weekend. It seemed like a very busy weekend though too at the same time. So
awesome. My birthday brother.
That's right, December 18th. How about that? And Trish Stratus too, right? Is she the other one?
Yep.
Big Trish Stratus.
She's the other wrestler, plus DMX, Christina Aguilera, Steven Spielberg, Brad Pitt, to name a few.
Holy shit, that's a heck of a birthday.
Wow.
Man, December 18th. Mark that on the calendars, everybody. Do you have any? Yeah.
Do you have any Stone Cold stories?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, like, if there's anything off camera, like we don't really have a lot of time hanging out together, that's just something like he's always talked about. Like, oh, sometimes we gotta need to get a beer together or something. And like, yeah, well, but I just remember when I wrestled him and I gave him the Van Daminator, like the chair busted his head open. And at the time, I was getting, well, it'd be fair to say I was getting heat, even though it wasn't hurting me, but I was definitely generating heat. Let me put it that way, generating heat by busting people open in WWE. Like 2001, shortly after I got there, when I got the hardcore title, and people that were taking the Van Daminator were getting busted open, and it was like a lot. I mean, there was Jericho, there was Raven, there was Test, I think Booker T, not that he would be upset, but and Kurt Angle, and so people were talking.
Yeah.
Behind my back. No one's saying shit to me. No one's saying shit to me, but I was aware. That there was and Kurt made me aware because he said, man, I'm sorry about what my wife said. Please just ignore her. She had no business even saying that. She knows what she's talking about. I'm like, well, what are you talking about? I go, oh, you don't know? I was like, no, you'll probably hear about it when you do. Please just ignore it. I'm sorry. She shouldn't even be doing an interview anyway. And she said some stuff, because when we wrestled, I got busted open. And so she said, you need to go back to, they need to send you to Ohio Valley to learn how to wrestle or something like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Boom. I got Stone Cold, like the top guy at the time, and I bust him open, and I'm like, okay, let's see if I'm finally going to get in trouble for this, or, it's starting to add up, and see if is it still cool or what. And when I saw him, like, hey, yeah, sorry about the, the fucking potato there. And he goes, oh, that's all right. I knew it was going to happen. And I was like, cool. He's all right with me. All right with me.
Yeah, Stone Cold's great. He was telling some funny stories too. He said this one story how him and Nash would rib each other. When they were in WCW together, when he was like Stunning Steve and Nash was Oz, that they would rib each other by trying to find the cheapest, shittiest hotel possible and booking it for themselves because like they wanted to save money, but it's also like at the same time, how shitty can you get? Like basically. So
that reminds me, like way back in like 98ish in ECW, we were in Baton Rouge, and Taz was telling me that Stone Cold rents like an economy car just to save money, and that he was saying, why don't you drive a limo or something like that? And instead he gets like a little small 4-door. I don't know if it's true or not, but that just goes with what you're saying there about trying to get a cheap hotel to save money.
Oh yeah, no, he's notoriously frugal, I think, from what I've heard on the road. A lot of the times he would just drive by himself. Like he wouldn't have a partner to drive with or anything like that. He would just go on the road by himself.
It's more expensive that way.
Yeah, that's true too, right? Man. All right. Spring is here, and you want to look good. Moving into spring, getting ready for summer, getting ready for the sunlight out, the rays hitting you. You want to look good. You look good. You want to almost say you want to look perfect. You won't look any more perfect than using Perfect Jeans. And I tell you what, you won't feel any more better this summer and spring with Perfect Jeans. I tell you what, they have the best, no doubt about it. This is a legitimate shoot. I am taking the Perfect Jeans with me to WrestleMania week this coming week. They are my favorite pair of pants I own overall, and I will be rocking them. I'll be rocking the Perfect Jean in Las Vegas at WrestleMania week. So you should be on the lookout for that. But you should be on the lookout for our special code that we got for you guys in this special offer this week. The Perfect Jean is something that me and Rob, we got early on here. And I can't speak highly enough, like I said, of it. And I got the light blue kind, which was such a cool looking pair. And they fit me great. The form fitting is everything. And they stretch great too. So much good stuff. The Perfect Jean always has free shipping and exchanges and returns. And you can have a peace of mind knowing that your order is completely risk-free as well. So Perfect Jean doesn't stop at just jeans. They've also revolutionized t-shirts too, which is cool. The Perfect Tee has enough to stretch and hide that beer belly while accentuating your arms and chest for that flawless look. It's as soft as butter without shrinking in the wash. Like all your other tees, it's perfect. So it's finally time to stop crushing your balls in uncomfortable jeans by going to theperfectjean.nyc. Our listeners get 15% off your first order plus free shipping, free returns, and free exchanges when you use code RVD15 at checkout. That's 15% off for new customers at theperfectjean.nyc with promo code RVD15. After you purchase, they'll ask where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them that One of a Kind with RVD sent you. F your khakis and get the Perfect Jean.